Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Sarath Financial Info. So today I will talk about the crazy story about the Bisleri, like how Bisleri is for sale and got deal done with Tata. So let's start. Imagine centering across the hinterland of India on a hot summer afternoon. The sun is beating down on you. You are parched and you are almost out of water. Luckily for you, your best mate spot a small snack, a run-down store in middle of nowhere. You look around and mumble Bisleri. The person nods and hands over a bottle. It's a story everybody relates. We have all done it. Maybe not in the sweltering heat, but it's happened at least once. And for most of us, Bisleri is synonymous with the bottled water. You know, you will find it anywhere, even in a tiny village store. But what is the Bisleri's history? Well, that is bit isn't straightforward as Bisleri iconic brand presents. In fact, depending on who you ask, you may get a different answer. So let's take it from the top. One thing we do know for sure is that the story starts in Italy in 1800 and it starts with alcohol. A former army general, Felix Bisleri, set up a eponymous Felix Bisleri and Company to sell a type of liquor, a herbal concoction or sayona herbs and iron salt that he called Ferro China Bisleri. It was a quite a successful, and in the 1920s the company set up a plant in India to supply the ingredients of the Ferro China Bisleri tonic. This is when the Bisleri India connection began. But things got a little murky after this. Media reports suggest that Felix Bisleri died in 1921. Then the ownership passed to his family doctor, Dr. CSR Rossi. But we are not too sure why is that. Well, because another account from the famed auction house Sotheby portray a different narratives. In their version, Dr. C.S.A. Rossi is a textile fabric wizard who moved to India in 1953 and set up South India Viscose Limited. So why did a family doctor turns into a textile wizard? No clue. Did he move to India to look after the Bisleri plant? We don't know. Did Dr. Rossi actually own Bisleri? Well, the Sotheby, the article also point out that the Felix Bisleri's son-in-law General Cassandra was reviving Bisleri factories after the Second World War. And that's when Dr. Rossi and General Cassandra began discussing the prospect of selling bottled water. So yeah, maybe Dr. Rossi did own Bisleri and the General Cassandra was simply his second in command maybe. Anyways, the mystery thereafter is that no one talks about what happened over the next 12 years on or what happened in the General Cassandra. After that, we moved straight to the 1965 and Dr. Rossi is the hellbent on the selling bottled water by this point. He decided to partner with Khusro Santuk, a lawyer with the rich Parsi family business heritage to manufacture the bottled water. They realized that the water quality back then was so bad in the Bombay that people would get bad tummies. They wanted to deliver clean bottled water, so they set up a plant in the Thane. They distilled water, added potassium and sodium, and marketed it as a mineral water. And they sold it to five-star hotels and restaurants. Now comes another puzzle. While some reports says that the business struggled because it didn't reach the masses, Santuk says otherwise. According to him, business was booming and they only sold the Bisleri because of superstition, it seems. The Rossi family suffered an unfortunate tragedy back home and believed Bisleri was to blame for it somehow. So apparently they walked off, although you can't certain this is how it happened. All we can say with the certainty is that in 1969, Jayanti Lal Chauhan, owner of the Parle Group, took over. The group who took to add a soda brand to its product portfolio and Bisleri seemed like a perfect fit. Parle bought Bisleri for about 4 lakh rupees. Now here is another riddle for you to solve. See, according to Business Today, the current chairman of Bisleri, Ramesh Chauhan, said that Parle acquired Bisleri to get their hands on the Bisleri soda, which was already popular, he said in the 2008. But in an interview with Rediff in 2005, Ramesh Chauhan apparently said that they simply used the Bisleri brand name and then launched Bisleri soda. So who actually launched the soda? Was it Bisleri or it Parle? We don't know. Either way, it seems as tough soda was the primary objective and not bottled water. After all, Parle was busy launching carbonated drinks such as Limca and Thumbs Up in the 1970s to beef up with its portfolio that already included the popular gold sport, so it kind of made sense. But then 1990 the rolled around, India had opened its door to the foreign players and Coca-Cola and Pepsi stormed back in. Parle felt the heat and decided they couldn't compete with the biggies, so they sold their carbonated drink business in 1993 to Coca-Cola. They only kept Bisleri water. They had no option but to innovate and grow the business. Till then, they were focused on selling 20-liter can of offices and other institutions back in the 1995. So they launched the easy to carry and now ubiquitous 500 ml bottles. It can become accessible to a lot of more people. They also launched their first print ad showing off their Italian heritage. They called it Aqua Mineral Bisleri and also had a very foreign sounding quirky of caption. Keep your tummy very very happy. But the point of the ad was to market clean water. And the big game changer. Bisleri realized that the transporters didn't find it viable to carry truck loaded with the cans of water across the long distance. So there wasn't enough money in it. So Bisleri set up its own trucking network and began to set up its distribution network to reach every nook and corner of India. And since then, there has been no looking back for the company. It galvanized a 30% market share in the organized bottled water market with 4,000 distributor and 5,000 trucks. And in the financial year 20, it hits 1,500 crore in revenue with 100 crore of profit. Life is good for Bisleri, but the only constant in life is change. With the current chairman Ramesh Chauhan in his 80s and no family member to take over the business, the former Italian water brand is now set to welcome another set of owner to continue its legacy in India. While rumors is rife that Tata Group is the front runner in the show, the deed's not done yet, and we will have to wait and watch how the future of Bisleri unfold now. But at least you know is the history now, well, sort of. Thank you for watching it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share this story to your friends.